Bonjour. Mishko Paganon Quain Additional Cosmongdodem. Hi, everybody. It's Sandy Boucher here once again with the 37th episode of the Path podcast. I don't know about you, kind of freaks me out. I'm really glad that I'm still here. I'm glad that you're still here. And thank you for joining me on this journey. So those of you who don't know me, I'm Sandy Boucher. I'm Red Thunderbolt Woman of the Loon Clan, a proud member of Seine River First Nation in Treaty 3 territory in Northern Ontario, and I dance in the realm of Canadian reconciliation. I offer Indigenous perspective on different things and topics to help non-Indigenous people understand and Indigenous people to remember their strength and their resilience so that we can even start talking about reconciliation, because I don't believe we're there yet. So what I wanted to talk about today is, as always, totally in line with where I am today. I am at home on a cold, rainy, icky fall day in Thunder Bay. And I'm certain some people find this day absolutely beautiful and all the power to them. Authenticity is everything to me. I don't do rain days well. They make me want to curl up under a blankie on the couch, which is not conducive to growing or running a business, but it is conducive to personal satisfaction. Which leads me to today's topic. If you are Indigenous, one of the many, many Indigenous nations across this country, or if you're non-Indigenous and you are friends with Indigenous peoples, I don't know all the nations, so I'm not going to say all, but all that I've encountered, most for sure of the total, really value balance. Balance is everything. We refer to the sacred balance. It's the philosophy of not taking more than you need and not giving more than you can. And I think that in itself would change so much if we could just adopt that philosophy. Don't take more than you need and give only what you can. That establishes you as sacred and something worth taking care of and nurturing. And I hope you are long past the age and stage where you're looking for that in someone else. No, my child. As my mother would say, we teach other people how to treat us. If you want to be treated as sacred, treat yourself as sacred so people can see how to do that. Expect the same treatment from others that you give yourself. And I'd be willing to bet a whole bunch of you just got nervous. Because just imagine if other people talk to you the way the voice in your head talks to you, or treats you the way you treat you when you make a mistake, or you don't get something done, or you forget to do something. Wouldn't that be scary? And I hope by now you've also realized that that's the secret to your happiness, to growing your wisdom, and to your confidence, is changing that voice and that relationship. A relationship that is 100% within your control. In fact, the only relationship that's 100% within your control, your relationship with you. Now, I have changed so much over the years. There was a time that I didn't value myself at all. And no surprise, neither did the other people in my world. Not anyone I held close. Probably even pushed away the ones who did, because I didn't believe. How could they love me? Why did they think I was worthy of love? I couldn't believe it because I didn't believe it. But again, it starts with you, and that is within your control. So today we're talking about balance, and it's because today I'm experiencing, by choice, a take-in day. Because what you may not understand, although I'd be willing to bet quite a few of you do, because you're amazing, when I do my videos, when I do my blog posts, when I do my seminars or workshops, when I do this podcast, it takes energy. It takes emotional labor. As I've always said, talking about reconciliation is a topic for discussion for non-Indigenous people. It's lived experience for us. It's talking about things that are painful. It is keeping our frustration under control when yet another person doesn't understand and hasn't made any effort to understand. And I share that information willingly because my vision is a reconciled Canada. And if I can do my part and share some information and have a conversation, then I'm down for that anytime. The only rule, that the people I work with come at me with humility. They ask questions like, I don't understand, rather than why don't they just? The judgment, I have no time to work with. You got to go do some unpacking before. I'm not subjecting myself to that. Back to the comment I made earlier, I am sacred, and I'm not here as a target. I'm not here to endure. I am here to educate beautifully humble people who have come to me for understanding, and for them, I have all the time in the world. But as I mentioned, those offerings take energy. And it's only recently, in maybe the last year or two, it might be an age thing, I don't think I want to go there. But in the last year or two, I have come to understand just how much energy I do put into my work. And to be fair, there's something else at play here. The quality, that's probably a lousy word to use. I've always provided excellent seminars and workshops. But I got more authentic. I got more vulnerable. I got more real in the last couple of years. And the results have been worth the effort. My words resonate with more people now. They understand to a deeper level, so it's totally worth it. It is also so much more exhausting to go in and teach someone about strategic planning. I'm going to have some fun. I'm going to use up some energy, but there is no emotional labor to that. Teaching people about what internalized oppression looks like in someone standing in front of them involves sharing my story, because your power is in your story. If you haven't figured that out yet, quit sharing other people's stories. That's nice that you read about someone else. What is your story? That's where your power and your impact is. So as I mentioned, in the last couple of years, I've really noticed the emotional toll my work takes. I've noticed the impact as well. As I said, it's worth the effort, but holy molies, it can be exhausting. And whether it was the weather that triggered it or the reality of my schedule and my work of late, the growth chapter I am in, is feeling a little tired today, even though I had an amazing night's sleep thanks to Brendon Bruchard, who I follow. If you don't, you should check out the Growth Day app. He talks about taking your meds every day. Meds is an acronym: meditation, exercise, diet, and sleep. And I'm focused on doing that, and the results are amazing. But today I realized I was tired, and I also took stock of just how much I've been putting out of late. And I realized I was out of balance. And that's the title of this episode, Your Balance Equation. What is your balance equation? Like, if you give 100% out, how much are you taking in? And I hope it's 100%. Or if you give out 60%, I hope you're taking in at least 60%. And I figured out really quickly, it wasn't hard to do the math, even though math is not my forte. I was giving out way more than I was taking in. And that's on me. And that might be a surprise to people listening. You can't blame other people for that. You can't blame them for their needs. You choose to help. And you shouldn't be giving out more than you can. And if you are, the onus is on you to refill. So that's what I'm doing today. As my cat attacks a box in the background, and hopefully that doesn't drown me out. I'm taking in today. I'm taking a couple of courses on topics that are of interest to me. I cleaned my desk. I did some planning, future planning, which I absolutely love doing. I'm taking in today so that tomorrow, probably not tomorrow, maybe Monday, I'll be ready to give out again. So what is your balance equation? How much are you giving out? Are you making sure you're taking that much in? Whether it's sitting under a tree, sitting by the water, reading a new book, educating yourself on something, watching an informational video, don't just rest. Add to who you are. If you gave away, add. And I know I'm going to get in some exercise, and I'm definitely eating right today. Why? Because I've been out of balance, and I got to get my balance equation right. Otherwise, I'd be a hypocrite. I can't teach you guys to do this stuff if I'm not willing to do it. You bet your buck. Everything I'm talking about, I am willing to do. I hope that makes sense. I hope your balance equation is amazing. And thank you for listening. And I'll chat with you next week. Take care. I love you. Bye-bye.